town board meeting to order at 7:01. Crystal?
Councilman Foley?
Here.
Councilman Jack Russo?
Here.
Councilman Myers?
Here.
Councilman Mora?
Here.
Supervisor Esposito?
Present. Also present is our attorney Gerard Parisi. Invocation. Nancy?
Father God, we come before you tonight asking for your wisdom, knowledge, and discernment for those representing us to know your will for Princetown. We ask your peace and unity that only you can give. Thank you for working your will in our town. Bless those who represent us and their families. We pray as your word says, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. We declare this for our town. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please remain standing for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, committee reports, I guess we talked to Ralph, he doesn't really have any today. Code enforcement, let's see. Building inspector, total permits 9, permits issued 9. Permit inspections fees collected $812, building inspections 8, zoning review 2, fire inspection 0, final building inspection 0, certificate of occupancy compliance 0, bank deposit report $812, check to supervisor $6,000, checkbook balance as of August 12, 2025, $403.19 working on planning and zoning as needed, working on permit final inspections as needed, reviewing plans as needed. Thomas Marini, building inspector. Any questions on his report? Ben? Jim?
No.
No. Bob?
No.
Okay. Water. You want to read Rick's water report, Crystal? Well,
Town
I
of
can read
Okay.
this part.
It's not as long, I was just joking earlier.
Gallons pumped, 200,700. Maximum daily use is 250,000. Minimum daily use is 56,400. Daily average 103,200. We had the following water main breaks, leaks. Duanesburg Road, rocks around the water main, put a 2-inch hole in the side of the water main, not the water pressure water repaired the main that day. A drain pipe had to be removed and replaced. Let's see, 7/24/25, that was the next day or so. 1755 Gifford Church Road, water main break, learned, repaired that day. No, all water main repairs have been worked on in this town have been caused by improper backfill around the mains and corrosive soil. All water mains should be backfilled with sand around the pipes. These water mains they are not backfilled in rocky soil. Rocks rubbing against the pipes causes the pipes to get holes in them. The corrosive soil rots out the nuts and bolts on the water valves, water service connections, fire hydrants, and water main connections. Work done, emergency repair on a chlorine tank, Settles Hill generator failed to start, mice chews the wires, Troy Solutions diagnosed and ordered parts. Troy Solutions did the repair and replaced the parts so that the generator is back in service, general maintenance performed, respectively submitted. Rick Rohr, Water Commissioner. Is there anything else from Crystal?
No?
Anything on this report? Bob?
No?
Nick? Ben?
No.
Okay, we had another break today, or yesterday it was, on Gifford Church Road. The pit, the pipes was filled with water again. All of the basins get filled with water all the time. They never put pumps in there when they put it in, so every time it rains, they're below ground and it fills with water, and one of the pipes rotted out again. Mark Carandi repaired the, took him about 6 hours to get it repaired. So that was done yesterday, he doesn't have it on the report. Any questions? Okay. Building and grounds, we patched the roof over at the state police building. We didn't replace it. It cost anywhere from $29,000 for the estimates to $39,000. So decided there the board really was interested in patching the roof as replacing it anyway. So I don't think we had the money in the budget unless we amended the budget. So I had them come over and just patch the roof, see if that'll hold up for a while. Now the air conditioning is out in this room again. Sorry about that. Any questions?
Everyone outside.
Court, any got anything from the court?
We did not, nothing from the court, nothing from the assessor.
Well, we do have something from the court. We're gonna vote on that tonight. Jim, did you want to explain?
Michelle is gonna apply for a grant, see if we get somebody to help us with the sign. Apparently there's usually some monies available. She doesn't know if she can get it or not, but she's gonna make an effort. We asked her if she would do that for us. The thing of it is, the sign's gonna be great, by the way. It's gonna be large, it's gonna be bright, it's gonna have the time and temperature. If she needs it for court meetings or court dates, or if we need it for emergency, any kind of emergency statement, we can do it. So it's gonna be great. She's gonna try to get it. I guess we have to have run it by the board in order to give her permission to go get that
I
grant.
think we got
They needed a resolution, it's on the agenda tonight, yeah.
Okay, all right. So hopefully, and I don't know if you noticed that they did the steel for the sign. We had about 4 meetings before the steel could go in. We had to talk to power company, we had to lay out all the utilities, and the construction company was up. The holes they're about 4 inches or 4 feet around. They're huge holes filled with concrete. So this sign is designed for to hold up even in heavy winds and everything. They're doing it right, the construction. The only reason we don't have a sign yet is we're on the list for the power company to give us, what are we waiting for, the permission to tap
we're
the
waiting for
pole?
that. Well, National Grid was over here, and as you know, they came and said we're gonna hook up to that pole over there on you're leaving the driveway on the left side, which is on the sheriff's side, but they're
The
allowing
sign's
us.
gonna have its own meter then.
Yes, sign's gonna have its own meter, and they've gonna allow us to run the line over to the sign. We're just waiting for National Grid to call. I talked with them, and they were over here that day that.
Yeah, we had a meeting with everybody, and that's
they
what's
said
holding
it
it
was
up.
gonna take a couple weeks to put us on a list. It's a busy time of the year, so they're busy with other jobs, and they haven't called yet to schedule it. I'll have to give them a call, I guess.
The alternative was bringing power from back by a gazebo, and we got Dino gave us a price on that. He says, I don't want to tell you what that's gonna cost you. So we basically canceled that idea.
Was the sign 220,
No,
110?
I think it's 110.
But you had to run the line all
All the way
around.
down there. You're gonna
And
lose
then you have
voltage.
to cross, you got the,
Lose voltage on the way down, and have to put a heavy wire in,
all
so it's gonna
the
cost.
wires for the, that are coming into the building from, what is it, Spectrum?
But the steel's all in. He said the sign would be, once we get the power in there, he said it's not a big deal to get the sign installed. And then Crystal's gonna take the classes to figure out how to run it and what have you, and then everything, all the sign activities will go through her. So if somebody wants to put the judge or whatever, talk to Crystal, she'll get it done for her.
The sheriff department.
Sheriff's, anybody, state police, whatever.
You know,
You know, get an escaped convict or something, whatever, we'll put it on the sign. It's gonna be big and visible from both directions. The sign company was here the other day, they called me, and I asked them to do us a favor, to pull our dead end sign out, because it was right blocking everything, it really was screwing things up. And they said, well, it's not really part of our, but he said, we'll do it for free for you. So they pulled that and reinstalled it, so that saved us a lot of aggravation.
I'll give them a call tomorrow, and it's hard to get a hold of National Grid, but I have their direct line to get into that woman that was here that was so.
In theory, by the end of this month, we should have the sign operation, I hope.
Hopefully we'll get a grant.
That would be great. If we get a grant, anything, 5, 10,000, I think she's applying for 30, right? So, I mean, whatever we get, it's gonna be a big help to this sign.
They ought to give us something over there. They never gave us nothing for the water, other than the county, that's for sure. Well, they did give us she got us the grant for that.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, the court will, I'm sure, will be using the sign
Yes.
and to identify,
Okay. That's for the sign. The assessor, we got anything, Crystal?
We do not.
All right, dog control.
The
You're
little
up.
back and forth continues up
Give
and
us some
down.
good news.
No.
No.
It's been weird, busy with a lot of the same things going on. The couple up there that the guy's dog keeps tripping his neighbor's camera happened again after he went to court and was told not to do it again, and happened again. So he's going to be in court again tomorrow. Nothing's been going on at Birchwood Drive. That's finally stopped with the dog wandering around. It was harassing the neighbors. So that's the good news. Then I had a lady on Scotch Ridge Road. She called me to tell me that her brother had died, and she's estranged from the family, and she has his 3 dogs, and she wants us to take her 3 dogs. Yeah, it's like I told her, I said, the dogs are considered property, they're your property, you're next to kin, so you're family, and you're gonna have to deal with that. So she didn't really like that, but she finally realized after a while that she wasn't gonna be able to dump them off on the taxpayer to pay for the dogs to be in the shelter. So I believe she took it upon herself. I haven't heard back from her since it's happened. The only other thing was state police called. They had arrested a lady for DUI who had her German Shepherd along for the ride. So I found out it was actually Dwaynesburg's call, but nobody answered. So I did as a courtesy for them to go down and get the dog. And I stayed with the dog in my car for about an hour and a half. They processed her over at Princetown Barracks, and then somebody came from Lake George to take her back up to the lake, I guess, to drink some more. And that was it. Uh-oh. Yeah, so that's it. It's
All right, any questions for that? Jim?
No.
You got anything for Ben?
No.
Okay. Crystal, you're up.
We had our new phone system installed at the town hall this past month. Very exciting stuff. We've been talking about that for years. I have caller ID now, so when you call, you can't hang up on me. But it seems to be working well. The one note I want to tell everybody is we did have to change everybody's extensions. So when you call the town hall, there is a new message that says, please listen closely, your menu options have changed, but nobody really listens to that. But if you're looking for somebody, you can't dial the old extension, you gotta listen to hear what everybody's new ones
I learned that firsthand.
Yeah.
Within the first day.
I used to be 4, now Lou's 4.
Extension 1.
What happened was is we didn't have extensions 1 through 3 assigned to anybody in the building, and the new system wouldn't let me just jump to 4. I had to give somebody 1, 2, 3, so we fixed that. So I'm number 1 now.
How do we know what our extension numbers are?
You don't have one. I relay messages. Also, Tom Marini no longer has a phone here at Town Hall, because he was only checking it on Tuesday evenings, so he is only using his cell phone for communication, so if anybody needs to reach Tommy, it's his town cell phone, not.
Did that get changed on the website?
It did, yeah. And that was his request, because it was getting confusing for him
Yeah.
to check 2 different phones. And there's no reason for us to pay for another phone when we already paid for his cell phone, so. But that's all I have.
You know, thank you, Crystal, for taking care of that too. That was nice, Spectrum, their little pressure was put on it.
Yeah.
So, they came around.
Thank you.
Their free installation ended up being paid, but that's fine.
Did they come back here at all after that initial
No.
meeting we had?
I had a Zoom call with a guy who told me how to do it, but I had to install them all.
When you did?
So,
That was the one that was here?
no, it was different. I don't even know where he's based on. They were very nice, they just.
Okay. Got any questions for Crystal? No? All right, thank you, Crystal. Now, let's see here. Well, I do have something over here I'd like to just run by everybody. We do have 2 people that are going to be going to get their license for the water department. One of them is Mark Carandi, who lives in town. He's right down the road here. He is going to be going to Morrisville to get his license, and so is Mike, who's going to be the backup. He works in Rotterdam. He already has a D license, and he's going to upgrade, and he's going to be the backup. And finally, we're going to have 2 water operators here. One is a backup if Mark is off, and very pleased. Mark is a licensed plumber, has been for over 40 years, and he's a master plumber, and he's done a lot of work for the town over the course of the years, and very pleased that he's going to be the water commissioner, and he's accepted to do that. And he's going to be going to school in Morrisville along with Mike. Thank you, Jim, for arranging that with the college. It's going to be a week's course, 4 days of training and 1 day of testing. So we're very pleased about that. And we're going to be going in November, is it, Jim?
November, yes, November. We offered to rent them accommodations if they chose, but I think they're leaning toward driving, right?
Yes, we're going to drive back and forth.
If they don't want to do that, if the weather's foul, they can stay and the town will pay for it.
But they're going to ride together. It's about an hour and 40 minutes from here, which is not, you can really do that and leave early in the morning, and whenever they're done with the class, they can come back. It's only 4 days.
Like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
2 hours, no, it's only 2 hours.
Well, in November, it could be sloppy in November. I mean, I've had clients down that way, and sometimes in November you get a little snow, but they can stay if they want. It's up to them, whatever they want.
So, like I said, I'm very pleased that they're gonna be. I'm glad that Mark is accepted. Like I said, he just lives down the road over here. It's, he's a stone's throw away from here. And it just happened that that I was mentioning to him, he was hunting on our land and hunting turkeys, and he came up and we were talking, and I said to him, would you like to consider being the water commissioner? And first he said, no, and he called me and he says, oh, you got my interest piqued over here. I'd like to sit down and talk with you about it. So Jim and I met with him and discussed it with him, and we went from there. And he's been working with Rick every day. He hasn't this week as much. He's doing finishing up a big job that he contracted with over in, I think it's Saratoga. But after that, he's going to be, he's been working with him for the last, he was on all of the water, these last 2 water main breaks, and like I said yesterday, he did the break in the water pit, water, so he's going to be very good. He knows the system already, from being around it for all of those years. He worked for George different times. And George Meade was the water commissioner. So that's a good thing. Two people are going to be it, and the county is very pleased with it too, I might say, because they've been after me for a long time to have it back and have 2 people on it. But we did it, and we still we got Mike from Rotterdam, and he's very good too. He comes on all, he was at every water main break that we have, and he's very good. He's here on checking the system out and cutting the grass and doing whatever's got to be done around here too. So we're very fortunate to have him, and thank Rotterdam for letting him come. And they let him come all the time, but to thank the supervisor from Rotterdam for allowing that, for him to come over and help out when we do have a break. That one on Delansburg Road over here was, they didn't get out of there until 12:30 that night, or the next morning, and they were there most of the day. So, it took quite a while, and they were both there. So, the 3 of them were there, actually.
And we interviewed quite a few people for this. And, these candidates were by far the best. Some of them had private businesses, they were on their own, live in town. So we weighed a lot of things. We prefer having somebody like Mark, who's right here in town, right around the corner, master plumber. He's done a lot of work for us on the water system. So that worked out very, very well.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for the town. Because, we're still gonna have these problems with this water system. And, I've applied for water grants. I don't know, I just gave Crystal one I found, looking through, cleaning up the desk and everything. What was that date on that? You wanna read that? That one was 2019, I think it was. I applied for a grant.
December 31st, 2019. The New York State Water Infrastructure Improvement Act. Let me read the whole letter.
Yeah, read it. See that they, we apply every year. Doug Cole applies every year, and they just keep telling us that the system is too new. Basically, that's what that letter said.
And the community's too wealthy. That's what they tell us. Per capita, our income.
Dear Supervisor Esposito, thank you for your application to the New York State Water Infrastructure Improvement Act grant program. I regret to inform you that your community's project was not selected to receive an award during this round. However, please note that the town may reapply for a WIIA grant in the next offering of the program, which is expected in 2020. EFC requests that you return the reply form enclosed in this letter to identify whether the town would like to proceed with the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund financing, even in the absence of a grant award. We appreciate your interest in the WIIA.
Well, every year Doug Cole puts in for it, and every year we get the same thing back, that the system is too new. Like I said, if it wasn't for the county coming to bat for us with $250,000, that helped us bail out the system. Other than that, we can move on now. Meeting minutes. Is there any questions? To hereby resolve that the meeting minutes of July 8, 2025 regular town board meeting are approved or as amended. Discussion.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second? Second. Crystal.
Councilman Maloney?
Yes.
Councilman Jack Russo? Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
I wasn't here, but I have gone over the meeting minutes and I would approve what was.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Authorizing the town board to apply for funding from the Justice Court Assistance Program. It is hereby resolved that the town board of the town of Princetown authorizes the Princetown Town Court to apply for the JCAP grant in the 2025-26 grant cycle up to $30,000. We already discussed that. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion, and having made the motion, I want to mention that when I contacted Michelle about this, she responded immediately. I mean, she didn't waste any time at all. She said she'd do everything she could, and wasn't a lot of time, but she did what she could. So, you know, a lot of appreciation goes out to her for just getting it this far.
I'll second.
Crystal?
Councilman Camulli?
Yes.
Councilman Jacaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Okay, this calls for a special meeting. We're going to have a special meeting on August 26th is the date, correct?
Yes.
Crystal, that's what I said, August 26th. We're going to be meeting with Verizon to discuss the cell tower that's being proposed on Quackenbush Road. The meeting is going to be held at 6 o'clock. I sent everybody an email on this. I talked to Bob, and Bob and I converse from now and then. I talked to him about it. He's good with it. I don't know if you're okay with it.
Yeah, fine.
And Doug Cole's going to be, you're not going to be.
No, I don't.
You're going to be in Boston, I guess. Am I correct?
Yes, I'll be in Boston.
Okay. And Ben, are you going to be available?
Should be.
Okay. We're going to do it here, and it's going to be a special meeting for only for the purpose of reviewing this, because it's up to the town board. It doesn't go before the planning board. It goes before the town board for this. So we're going to be discussing that, and after that, we'll probably have a vote on it, or after the secret review, and there'll be a public hearing on it. So it starts the ball rolling over here, and it probably won't get done until, I would say, according to, after all of these reviews are done. And we have the public hearing. It probably won't be done until October or November. But I'm not anticipating any problems with this. I don't know if anybody's going to come to the public hearing when it is, but the meeting we're having will be open to the public on the 26th. There won't be any privileges of the floor. Thank you. It'll be a discussion amongst the town board members and Verizon, and Rob is going to be here, correct? And Rob, our attorney for the planning board, is going to be here. So we should get moving on that. It's going to be at 6 o'clock that evening.
Lou, do you want me to record that?
No, I don't
Not
think
necessary.
we need to record it. No. Thank you, Ben. No. Crystal's not going to be here, but Nicole is going to be taking the notes, and she's going to give her the word. Did you talk with her about that?
I did. She doesn't want the report, but she's gonna come. I mean, she's the planning board secretary, so it's appropriate. She's gonna take the notes.
She doesn't need the recorder?
No.
Okay. All right, so that's that. Crystal's not going to be available that night. It'll be the four of us over here, and like I say, I'm not anticipating any problems with this. There is another meeting that the county is going to be having. They're closing Musselbeck Road, the bridge. They're going to replace it next year, and they're going to have a public hearing, and they asked if they could use the town hall, and that's on the 21st, right? That I talked to them about it. They're going to be here on the 21st, and they're going to post a notice in the paper that there's going to be a public hearing if anybody wants to come. Have to replace the bridge. And I don't know how long it's gonna take, a month or two, I don't know, I'm assuming it's probably gonna take a couple months. But, that's gonna be on the 21st at 7 a.m., or 7 p.m., excuse me. So, all right. So the special meeting, call for a special meeting. Is hereby resolved that the town board calls for a special town board meeting for the purpose of reviewing the proposed Princetown Verizon Tower project to be held on Tuesday, August 26, 2025 at 6 p.m. at the 165 Princetown Plaza, Schenectady, New York. The town clerk is directed to post the appropriate meeting notices. Is there any further discussion on it? Is there a motion?
I'll make it.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Crystal?
Councilman Polney?
Yes.
Councilman Jackaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Water operator appointment amendment. This is for Mark Carandi again. Be it resolved that the resolution 20/149, 25/149 to appoint Mark Carandi as water operator be amended as follows. Be it resolved that Mark Carandi be appointed as a water operator at a rate of $28.56 per hour for a term to begin 6/25/25, expire on 12/31/25. We're gonna pay him the same amount that we're paying Mike from Rotterdam.
I thought that was a higher figure. Didn't we talk about that?
That was once he became,
Pardon?
it's once he had the license.
I can't hear you.
I thought that was once he had the license, right?
No. Well,
Did you talk to him about this wage?
yes,
He's okay with that?
yeah.
Well, that's the one you approved for 2077, but then you came up with Mike being paid, so it had to be paid. Same with Mike.
Because we talked earlier about a different number, remember?
I thought that was once he had the license.
Yeah, it's after he had the license.
Well, I don't think it's right that we pay him,
Less than you're paying Mike.
and we're paying Mike since he's gonna be the commissioner.
So, but he knows about this number.
Yes,
Okay.
he should know about it.
Well, when we talked to him a week ago, 2 weeks ago, then this was a different number.
It was $20.
Well, originally it was 20, and he called us and said he couldn't do that.
Yeah, so we're gonna do what we're gonna pay Mike.
I would call him and let him talk to him about this. Because I think he thinks it's different.
What does he think it's different?
I thought he thought it was gonna be in the 30s.
Close. It's only for what, for 4 more months here.
Yeah, just for a short time till he's a commissioner, that's gonna go up to, right. Then we're gonna go up to the salary.
I don't think it was gonna give you a problem for a couple bucks.
What's the salary after that?
What did we say, salary?
65?
Was it 65? I don't remember, $60.
$55 an hour or
$5,000
for a year.
Yeah.
Every year. Did you wanna go give him a call?
Well,
So at the last meeting, after executive session, we approved 2077 an hour.
I know.
Yeah.
And-
right, but since then, we've had, he called Lou and I,
Yeah.
after because I guess he got a paycheck cut, and he wasn't happy with that.
I don't see nothing wrong with giving him what we're paying Mike. I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing the same thing.
I know, I don't see a problem with that. And technically, Wade's got a C license already.
As long as he understands that, because I think he's under a different understanding, maybe we should call him.
You wanna give him a call?
I could, yeah.
Okay.
Did you talk to him about this number?
No, I really didn't.
I don't think it's gonna fly.
You wanna go out and call him now?
Yeah, you can go ahead and continue your meeting.
All right. Tell him that's what we're paying Mike.
Go pay the bills while you're gone.
I gotta have my key because my phone's in the car.
587100. All right, general funds claim. It is hereby resolved that the town board approves claim number 138 through 158 of 2025 2025 in the amount of $24,694.51. Discussion.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Crystal?
Councilman Jackaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. I might add over here that is part of this, that the bills that we got from,
That's in the highway fund.
okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Before we get to the highway fund over here, the county sent us a bill now. They never charged us for all of the work they've been doing for the town, other than the plowing. Apparently, they're gonna start charging us now for the work that they do on the town roads. And what was that total, Crystal?
So far for this year now, it's what we're approving tonight, which is the $12,642. But we just paid in May, they billed us for all of last year, which was $62,000. So this year, when we do the budget for next year, that $62,000 that we didn't plan for this year, we're gonna have to look at for next year, in addition to plowing.
Yeah, they never charged us for all the work that they do, whether it was cleaning the culverts or doing work on Willow Run, ditches. Well, actually, they didn't charge us for a lot of things. But I guess they're gonna start charging us now, so. That's something to consider in the next budget. I'm sure you're gonna have to take that into consideration. It's not gonna be cheap, anything that they do.
Well, they're not supposed to make money on this, they're supposed to charge us costs.
They do, but they gotta pay for their, you know.
No, I know. Yeah, we always pay.
You know, but they never charged us for any of this work. They just did it.
Well, things be coming down on them too. That's what we're working for now.
Well, they gotta put their guys out there to do it. They get paid well, and the benefits are high, so. In a way, I can understand that. All right, water, do we do, water funds claims, is hereby resolved, the town board approves claim number 71 through 86 of 2025 in the amount of $4,409.95. Discussion. Is there a motion? I'll make it. For a second?
Second.
Crystal?
Councilman Jackaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Highway fund claims. It's hereby resolved, the town board approves claim number 7 of 2025 in the amount of $12,642.57. We already discussed this. If anybody wants to add to it, Ben? Nick?
No.
Bob? All right. Is there a motion?
I'll make it.
Is there a second?
Second.
Crystal?
Councilman Jackaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Highway funds claim is hereby resolved, the town board approves the transfer of $12,642.57 from the general fund to the highway fund to cover claims number 7 of 2025. Discussion.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Crystal?
Councilman Jackaruso?
Yes.
Councilman Mora?
Yes.
Councilman Myers?
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito?
Yes, resolution passes. Privilege of the floor. At every scheduled town board meeting, the public shall have the right to address the town board during the portion of the meeting referred to as privilege of the floor. Members of the public should restrict their comments to items of town business, although there is no official time constraint. Speakers should be considerate of others so that all interested members of the public have an opportunity to be heard. There will also be one portion of the meeting dedicated to privilege of the floor. All remarks and questions shall be addressed to the board. No person shall enter into discussion with the person having the floor. Council members may address any comment during the portion of the meeting referred to as council member comments. We'll open privilege of the floor up at 7:41. Any takers? Nobody?
He didn't answer his phone, but we we talked about this.
Yeah, let me get this resolution.
So, just real quick, has anybody
I
notified,
can't hear you. You got
has anybody notified Marvin and Mary Jane about the meeting on the 24th?
Yes, I have, the 26th.
26th, sorry.
I talked to him last night.
Did you talk to Marvin or Mary Jane?
Talked about, well, she was right there. She heard everything we were
Okay.
talking about. No, she knows it. So did Marv. They said they may be here tonight, but he didn't know if he was gonna come out. Was it he?
Okay, because I texted her, she didn't know.
She didn't know?
She doesn't know about it.
She does now.
Well, I talked to Marv and she was right there. Told her about it, and he wrote the date down. So I was on the phone with him for 45 minutes.
That's not a
When I talk with
surprise.
Marv, it's always 45 minutes or an hour.
I get it. Okay,
But he knew about it, and I'm assuming she knew about it because she was right there as we were talking.
or the community, doesn't matter. Okay,
Because he wrote, he
That's your
said he was
job.
writing the date down.
That's your job.
yeah.
Well,
It's
remind
it's
him
on
again.
text now.
Okay.
Remind him again,
Yeah,
because they were gonna come tonight. They thought that Verizon was gonna be here tonight, but we changed it to the 26th for, we don't know how long it's gonna take for that meeting. I'm not anticipating a lengthy meeting. No, it shouldn't. And maybe the public hearing, if people on that road wanna come and complain about it, but I'm not anticipating any problem amongst the board. No. All right, we'll close privilege of the floor up at 7:44. All right, Jim.
So I called him, I got his answering machine, he didn't call me back. But we did talk to him, because he got his check from, I haven't cut him a check, and he called me, he said, geez,
Cut him another check today to make up the difference.
right, at what rate though?
At the 28.
Okay, but we had talked about it, and we,
I thought that we were paying like 35.
that's the number and that's what I mentioned to him, so that's,
28.
but that's what Mark thinks he's getting is 35, unless
Oh, we can't pay him.
unless you cleared that up with him, because that's what he thinks, because,
I don't think he's gonna swap it out.
well,
Let's pass it. Can we get amended again next month?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
you gotta understand, though, that this is a guy that is giving up private work at $150 an hour to work for this.
Yeah, I do that too.
I know, but it's,
All right, so we'll pass this.
We all understand that you're not in this to make money. It's to help the public and each other. That's why we're here.
All right, be it resolved that Mark Randy be appointed as water operator rate of 28.56 per hour for a term to begin 6/25/25 and expire 12/31/25. Is there any further discussion?
I'm okay with the amount for the training, but I'm still opposed to that big dollar amount for yearly salary. And years ago, we were 30,000 or less for 3 people working. I can go with the 28 through the rest of the year, but I'm not going to be involved in having to decide on the final.
Speaking of which, I'm so sorry, I meant to mention during my report, but I'm going to present the tentative budget at the next meeting in September, so we'll schedule the budget workshop at that meeting. So you guys
Okay.
Okay,
All right, I'll make a motion to pass this.
okay. Is there a second? I'll second it. Crystal?
Councilman Goldie,
I was gonna have to abstain because I talked to Mark and the numbers that him and I talked about are different. So until I talk to him personally, I'm gonna abstain.
Councilman Jack Russo,
Yes.
Councilman Mora,
Yes.
Councilman Myers,
Yeah.
Supervisor Esposito.
Yes, resolution passes. Like I said over there, we have to amend it again.
Yeah, I would call him tomorrow.
All right. Give privilege of the floor. Council member comments, discussion. Jim?
No, I just wish the power company would get on the move and get that, give us
I got this,
permission.
I'll give him a call tomorrow again.
Because she told us when we met her, when did we meet her? About 3 weeks ago we had that
It'll
meeting?
be 3 weeks.
She said 3 weeks ago. She said 2 to 3 weeks, so.
Talk about National Grid.
Yeah,
Builders.
I know. That's what the sign company said. The construction company, when they were here digging, putting the steel in. I asked him, and he said he said they deal with them all the time, and that's the problem. They take forever.
Okay.
Well, we don't need executive session for anything.
I don't think so. You got anything? You, Jim? You got anything, Bob, for
No.
Okay.
We're all set to go back in the.
We're in
All right.
the,
Barbara,
We're all set.
yes.
Not really. Well, okay, I was in the sun all day, so I'm not gonna.
There's, well, we don't have anything. Anything else you want to bring up, then? Jim?
No.
Adjourn?
Yeah. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make it.
We're gonna do your signs.
No.
Chris?
Adjourning at 7:48, Councilman Goldie,
Yes.
Councilman Jackarusa,
Yes.
Councilman Mora,
Yes.
Councilman Myers,
Yes.
Supervisor Esposito.
Yes, resolution passes. Thank you all for coming.